What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back to bring you guys the top stocks to watch for this week. First of all, it is Monday the 30th of May, and I'd like to say happy Memorial Day to all of you guys out there. So obviously today the market is closed, and this week is a 4-day trading week. Also, just a big shout out to everybody who has served, anyone whose family members have served, all of that. Hopefully you guys have the best day, and again, as always, thank you guys for your service. So last week was bullish, and last week actually in my weekly watch this video I predicted a bullish Monday and a bullish week, and that was what happened. Nasdaq alone rallied about 1,000 points from Tuesday to Friday. Markets jumped around 6 or 7% depending on what index you were looking at. SPY, so the S&P 500, actually had 7 red weeks in a row before last week, and we're going to look into all these things in a second on the charts, but I would like to start off by saying I am actually looking at another green week for SPY. So let me just show you guys SPY, right? Because we managed to jump from 380 all the way up to 415. And as you can see, after hours, the markets are still up even more actually. So check this out. We managed to jump from 388 all the way up to 415. That's a huge jump, right? And the close above 413 was actually an important level, an important price to close above. Actually, I'm going to jump on the trading view right now so you guys can start looking at the charts, look at the candles, and see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so like I mentioned, we're going to start off with the S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol SPY. As I stated, SPY posted 7 red weeks in a row before this past green week. Look at these candles. There we go. Can you guys see it? Should I zoom in a little bit more? Look at this. 7 red weeks in a row before this huge green candle last week, which was very important. And there, the close above the 200 moving average, the close above the 413 level I mentioned as well. So if you look at the VIX, right? Actually, the VIX is out here. The VIX is around 26, which is actually pretty high. And I'm expecting it to drop a little bit, right? So that's why I'm saying SPY should be pushing up this week. That is my expectation. Because VIX at 26 is a pretty high level, to be honest. If you look back historically over the VIX should be around here. 15, 16, 17, 18, around there. So what are we looking for SPY? Well, with SPY, I'm looking at a break above 420. That's my level to watch for SPY. So push up to 420 is what I fully expect this week, and anything else could start to show indications of us breaking out of that bear market, right? So 420, that's my level there, that pink line. Okay, so one thing I want to say is, even if we break above this 420 level, right? Like I said, indications of us getting out of the bear market. However, you just need to be careful because in theory, interest rates are still going to rise, energy resources are still highly priced, and even though I'm bullish for this week and bullish maybe for the next couple weeks if it breaks above this 420 level, I'm still actually bearish overall. So for the near future, I'm still bearish. Like I said though, I think this week would be good, and yeah, let's just start looking at the other stocks to watch this upcoming week. So let's start with Apple. Apple at 149. 2 things I'm looking at with Apple. See this daily support, this level. I want to see if it does fail to break out, and if the market does start downtrending again, it could drop into this level again. So that obviously will be on for puts. There's also a nice support level around here. Let me draw that line for you guys. Around 145.33. Somewhere around here. Right here, there we go. That level of support, that is a key level, a critical level. So if it can hold above there and bounce on that line, then I will look for calls. If it breaks below that line, I will look for puts down to around 139. So maybe I'll look at the 141.50 calls, 140 calls, somewhere around there. Next up, we are going to go to retail. And the reason being, because we made money off this last week. So Walmart, I'm looking for a continuation to play off what we did last week with the call options. As you can see here on the daily chart, this huge drop on Walmart. Look at that huge drop from 148 all the way down to the 130s and eventually to the $118 level. So these are the stocks I like to take advantage of, right? When they announce their earnings, they tank quickly. I like to play these stocks to the upside, right? So with Walmart, I'm looking at the $135 calls for this week. But one thing I want to highlight, right? Not only is there potential to make money with this continuation with Walmart, with the call options, right? But Walmart, think about the company. Walmart, the company, is not going anywhere anytime soon. So if you can buy and hold, you could end up profiting very big off this in the long term. Back up to the $160 level, even further than that. If you check where it's been in the past, so 150s, 160s. Yeah, I mean, at 128, it's a good price point. So please do look out for that. But like I said, I'm just looking for a continuation with Walmart. So how would I play this? The exact way I would play this, go to the 15-minute chart, wait for a pullback towards the moving average, so maybe around 128, maybe into the support or resistance zones here, 127.80, so high 127s or 128s. And as it starts to uptrend again, if we get that bounce, look at the call options, 130, 133, 135. Next up, I want to touch on UPST, because UPST and Affirm are two stocks I've been talking about this past week, and I did not play them. But hey, UPST up like 90, 95% in the past 3 weeks. With UPST, what I'm looking at here is calls up to around $55. So there's a big zone here, huge 4-hour resistance zone, and this is also a daily resistance zone. So this up here is my price target, right? Like 54.87, right there. What I would look for with UPST, again, a pullback towards the moving averages and then a rip upwards. And I do believe we will see my price target this week. Right now, the stock has been pumping the past few days. It has been pumping. The past few weeks it's been pumping, right? So you just need to be careful, because these stocks will cool off, right? I will not be surprised if it drops to $48. I won't be surprised if that happens. I won't be surprised if it drops here. If it drops back towards this moving average around $45. Either way, once it does start to run, as you can see, it does manage to fly very quickly. Same goes for Affirm. You guys can check that one out as well. But next up, let's touch on the oil and gas sector, because I am very bullish on oil and gas. So ExxonMobil, one of my favorite, if not my favorite company out there, $99 is the price target for this week. Pullback towards around $94, so a few dollar drop, and then another push up. As I've always said with these stocks, they pull back towards moving averages, they push up. They pull back towards the moving averages, they push up. I don't even really use support and resistance zones for these kind of stocks. Oxy as well, MRO, I don't use those support and resistance zones. I use the indicators, the EMA lines, because they give me everything I need to make the trades with these. We very rarely lose on these ones, and like I said, we're looking at continuing playing them this week. I'm still bullish on this sector. I still think these guys have a lot more potential, a lot more room to run. But as always, look at the push up they've had on the daily chart. So do expect to cool off before they run up again. Now, the next few stocks I'm looking at are in the tech industry. So I am looking at some tech growth this week, especially with the semiconductors. Let's start with AMD. AMD, as you can see, all my beautiful lines on this chart. I have many different price targets, and I do play this stock quite often, as do many people in the Discord. So 106 is my level to what? Well, right here. 105.95, let's say, right under 106 is my first price target. That's where I have my resistance zone. If it can break out of that resistance zone, 110 is the next price target. I will be looking at AMD calls this week. I really don't expect it to drop down to the lows of last week, which is around the $89 level. But hey, we play what the market gives us. If it drops below $100, the puts could be on to 95 and then possibly to the lows of last week. But like I said, I don't expect that. But if it does happen, I'm ready to play it. So AMD, $110 price target for this week. First $106, and then we'll get to 110. So you can look at the 106, 107, 108, 109, 110 calls. Up to you what you prefer. Of course, if you have a look at AMD, you can also look at NVDA as well. And NVIDIA just had earnings, so you don't need to worry about that playing any kind of role in this stock's price movement now. Beware, right? Look, I expect NVIDIA to push up. It closed just above my level of resistance here. But beware, if the Nasdaq continues selling off, then so will this. So just keep that in mind. So $195 is my first price target for NVIDIA this week. And then I want to see us push towards that resistance zone there, the daily resistance zone, right around 204. But hey, this is NVIDIA. Look, Friday it jumped up almost $10. Don't be surprised to see this just push through and break out towards the $212 mark, maybe even further into this zone here. But like I said, you're going to play what the market gives you. You got to play what the market gives you. Also, you can look at Micron as well. Micron might be lagging behind NVIDIA and AMD, but it does move pretty nicely when it does finally start moving. The only thing is, like I said, it lags behind those other two a little bit. So if they're having days where they're up 5-6%, as you can see, Micron might only jump 2 or 3%, maybe 4% if you're lucky. But here, there's a daily support zone around $66. Looks like a triple bottom here, could be showing us an indication of uptrend on the daily chart. With Micron, you might want to zoom out a bit and just see the different levels to watch. If you can break above this daily resistance zone, move towards the 100-day moving average around $76, and then who knows where we go with that one. But like I said, triple bottom here, very clear triple bottom. Obviously a daily support zone as well. The RSI did just cross over, so that's a good sign. So if you do want to try and make some money off a stock maybe which isn't talked about so much, then Micron could be your one. Next up, we've got to go with the mighty Tesla. Tesla is a tricky one, right? Tesla's had these huge falls, but then it has these huge run-ups. And this can be symbolized by the weekly chart itself. Here we go. Look at how erratic it is. Look at those long candles. There we go. This past week, huge green candle. The week before that, huge red candle. Now, in theory, if you zoom out, you kind of see that Tesla's not really actually going anywhere. It's still kind of at the same levels where it was December 2020, May, June 2021. You know, it's not really giving us any clear sense of direction. Like if you look at SPY from the past year, you see it's clearly way up. Tesla is kind of just, you know, hanging around in between the $600 and $800 mark. I would love to see Tesla start pushing again towards $1,000 and further. But in theory, it could still be on for a drop below $700, back towards 600s, and hopefully towards 500 in the near future. But this week, I'm looking at Tesla calls again. I called that one out last week, and I think I'm looking at it again this week for calls. You guys see the levels there, 780, then 824, then 871. I like playing Tesla. I haven't played Tesla for a while, and I did tell you guys in the last video that I think this week we got to play Tesla again. So that's mainly it. Last one I would like to just touch on is PayPal. PayPal is always an interesting one. It's been making lower highs and lower lows for the longest time. A nice green candle to end the week last week, breaking out of the daily resistance zone. I'm not a big fan of trading PayPal, honestly, but I do like it for long term. I just wanted to put that on your radar that, hey, PayPal could be on for a push into the previous zone. Here you go. Previous resistance zone, around $93, so about an $8 gain for PayPal. But that's mainly it for today's video, guys. I did just want to put out a disclaimer. If you do trade any of the triple leveraged ETFs, so TQQQ, SQQQ, please just beware. I know as traders we want to make crazy gains and huge gains and lots of money and all that stuff, but these are triple leveraged, so please try not to hold them for a long time. It can and most likely will go very wrong if you don't know what you're doing. As I said before, these are extremely volatile. They jump 20-25% in a couple of days, but also can drop 25-30% in a couple of days as well. So just be aware of that. You can also just take your time and play the QQQs, play the SPYs with less risk. Also, make sure you guys just check out some crypto as well. Please use your time wisely and use your money wisely when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin has been doing some movements today, probably because it's Memorial Day and everyone's not allowed to trade stocks. So you see Bitcoin's up almost 5%. Today, it's up more than 5% from the lows of this weekend. But as always, guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up to show your appreciation for this video. Also, make sure you guys comment on the video, let me know your thoughts. As always, can you please share these videos with your friends? Get them out to more people, put them on social media, share them in Discord, share them wherever. And lastly, if you're not subscribed to the channel, it does not cost you anything, but please hit the red button below. As always, come check out the Royal Trading Academy. I will be doing a live session there, breaking down more stocks, talking about different things in regards to the market sentiment, market trends, analyzing stocks and analyzing the market overall. Also, check out the stock option starter pack. You guys know what that's about now. Once again, the link is in the description below. And lastly but not least, check out all the other different links in the description. Have a great day, people. Enjoy your day off and be back here next time for another video. I got money making, you got money making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace. Game.